You're gonna wanna fill up the bathtub or your bucket with lukewarm water. Don't make it too hot and don't make it too cold. Too cold, the germs and the sweat will still remain in the garment. If you go too hot, you could make the fabric basically deteriorate. Hello everybody and welcome back to Dare Wears, where today we are going to talk about how to take care of your latex. I don't make any of my latex garments. I get them from Catalyx X on Etsy. I used to be scared of latex because it is a very finicky garment. In my opinion, it is the most difficult garment to work with, and it's mainly due to storage. Latex is a material that is easily tarnished and easily destroyed, for lack of a better term. If you put it in heat, like direct heat for long periods of time, if it touches metal, just stored improperly, it can tarnish the garment and make it not last as long and not look as beautiful. I've been meaning to make this video for a very long time because I wanted to show you how I wash it, and also I needed to wait till I had some latex that got dirty. And lucky for you all today, I have Velma and Wednesday Addams here to wash. So let's get started. Every creator washes their latex in something a little bit different. So you're gonna need some sort of soap to wash the material. You're gonna need lukewarm water. You can utilize talcum powder at the very end, and you need a fabric hanger or some sort of hanger that's not metal. If you wanna store it not hung up, you can use like a plastic zipper bag. So let's start with the washing of the garment. Step one, get a bucket or use a bathtub. I personally like to use my bathtub. One, it inspires me to actually wash my bathtub down. Two, there's a lot more space so I can wash more garments if I would like. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fill up the bathtub or your bucket with lukewarm water. That's very crucial. Don't make it too hot and don't make it too cold. Too cold will not really sanitize the garment. The germs and the sweat will still remain in the garment. If you go too hot, you could make the fabric basically deteriorate. So, right in the middle, while the bathtub is filling up, I use my Johnson & Johnson's baby shampoo, and I use just like the tiniest bit, I would say maybe like 2 pumps into the water. You don't want to use too much soap. It'll leave a residue on the garment. Perfect. And I'll use my hands to suds it around. Now I have to wait like an hour while it fills up. Now that my bathtub is filled, I'm gonna wash my latex. I'm actually gonna flip my latex inside out. The inside is obviously what is touching my skin, which is gonna make me sweat, which is gonna cause bacteria. So I'm gonna start with her inside out and put it right into the bathtub. So what I like to do is I just like to massage it in the water because I only wear baby powder when I put on my latex. So you'll notice that the garment gets clean relatively quickly. Now, if you're somebody who likes to use lube in order to slide into your latex, you're gonna have to be a lot more thorough with your wash, as you're gonna need to use your fingers to feel that all of the liquid is off of the latex. And you'll be able to tell because it'll go from like kind of slippery and slimy in the water to like just latex feeling. Because I use baby powder, I don't have to wash it as thoroughly. I just have to like dip it in the water a couple times, swish it around, and then flip it right side out and do the same thing again. Now, if you are somebody who doesn't like to hang when you store your latex, you like to use something like this where it is a zipper bag, your latex will eventually get wrinkles. So I'm actually gonna show you how I get rid of wrinkles out of my latex as well. I put the garment flat on the bottom of the bathtub and I use other shampoo bottles. Make sure you clean the bottom of them, and I use them as anchors to hold the garment as flat as possible in order to get rid of the wrinkles due to being stored in zipper bags. This is a great technique if you're somebody like me who likes to wear latex to cosplay conventions and you travel with them in this zipper bag, it's gonna get wrinkles. So be sure to get to your hotel or get to the con, unzip it out of this package, put it in a bathtub, and that way you can get rid of all the wrinkles. I know it's hard because sometimes at these conventions you don't get a bathtub, but that's my tip that I have found works for me when it comes to traveling with latex. Do not wash or dry your latex. Please, for the love of latex, don't do it. So what you're you're going to do is you're going to remove the garment from the bathtub and you have to allow it to drip dry. And you can't just hang it on any sort of hanger. You have to get either a fabric hanger or, like mine, I use a felt hanger. So what you're going to do is remove the garment, hang it up, and you're gonna hang it somewhere where it can drip dry for, I would say, like 4-ish hours, like the longest it ever took for me personally. I like to use my shower area where I hang it from the shower head and it drips onto the ground in the shower where it can just go down the drain, or I'll lay a towel down below so that way it can drip onto the towel. But again, be careful of letting your latex touch metal. So always be aware that it is not touching any metal shower, metal top of the hanger. Make sure the garment is completely on a hanger where it won't tarnish. While I let the garment air dry and drip dry behind me, I'm gonna wash my other piece, my Velma cosplay as well, and then I'll meet you back in my room to kind of finalize my thoughts on how I personally like to store my latex and how you can too. Also, let me know in the comments below if you really enjoy these how-to tutorial videos. I have so much fun making them. She looks so much better, so much cleaner. Now, there are a few ways that you can store your latex. I will say that there are a bunch of creators that like to use talcum powder on their garment as soon as it's done being washed. You'll notice the garment will tend to stick to itself, causing wrinkles. I don't use talcum powder on my latex, which I probably should put in my Amazon cart and order right now. But what I like to do when I know I'm traveling to a convention, I will put them in a zipper bag. I'll fold them as nicely as I can. There's gonna be wrinkles, it kind of is what it is. And I'll put it into this zipper bag. Obviously be mindful that the zipper is metal, so make sure that it's tucked all the way inside. So I will travel with my latex just like this. But if I am not wearing this to a convention anytime soon, I will then hang it up on a hanger in a dark room that has decent air conditioning. See how it's sticking to itself? That's why talcum powder is important. For storing otherwise, if I'm not going to a convention, is I will use same hanger with the felt around it, or you can use a cloth hanger, and I will just store my latex hung up. And then I'll just put it in a closet where it's in like the back furthest point, so that way there's no light getting on it, that way it's preserved. I try to like keep all my latex together, but I try not to let them be like sandwiched up against each other, so I'll usually put a garment in between that doesn't have any metal. So that's how I wash, keep wrinkles off my latex, and store my latex. I would love to know in the comments below if you have any questions about latex. I only know about this because I've YouTubed it in the past. A lot of people now know me for wearing latex as much as I do, so I thought I would make my own video. I'm totally open to criticism if there was anything I got wrong. Let me know if you enjoyed these videos where I take you on a step-by-step tutorial, especially when it comes to cosplay and the cosplay community. I want to make more videos like this. So be sure to leave me a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe for Dare Wears, where I do deep dives on fashion. And I will see you Dare Bear Cubs in the next episode. Bye! Sounds like a balloon.